Welcome to aminacademy.com. In human anatomy and physiology, let us discuss about nervous tissues. Nervous tissues is the term of group of organized cells in the nervous system, which is the organ system that controls the body's movement, sends and carries signals to and from the different parts of the body, and has a role in controlling bodily functions such as digestion. Nervous system tissue is grouped into two main categories: neurons and neuroglia. Neurons or nerves transmit electrical impulses while neuroglia do not. Neuroglia have many other functions including supporting and protecting neurons. Function of nervous tissue. Nervous tissues make up of the nervous system. The nervous system is subdivided in several overlapping ways. The central nervous system, CNS, is composed of the brain and spinal cord, which coordinates information from all areas of the body and sends nerve impulses that control all bodily movements. The peripheral nervous system, PNS, consists of peripheral nerves that branch all throughout the body. It connects the CNS to the rest of the body and is directly responsible for controlling movements of specific parts of the body. For example, just before arm movements, the CNS sends nerve impulses to the PNS nerves in the arm, which causes the arm to move. Another subdivision of the nervous system is into the sympathetic nervous system, SNS, and the parasympathetic nervous system, PSNS. The SNS activates in order to stimulate a fight or fight response in an organism when that organism encounters a threat and must decide whether to fight or flee from it. The nerves of the SNS have diverse effects on different parts of the body. Activations of the SNS causes the pupils of the eyes to dilate. Pupils of the eyes to dilate, inhibits digestion, increases sweat secretion, and increases the heart rate. Conversely, the PSNS is activated during moments of rest and digest when an organism is not facing an immediate threat. Nerves of the PSNS work to stimulate activities that can occur at rest, such as digestion, waste excretion, and sexual arousal. And they also decrease the heart rate. Now we'll discuss further about nervous tissues of human body. Nervous tissues is the tissue that makes up the nervous system, which controls and regulates body functions. It's found in the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Structure: neurons. These nerve cells generate and conduct electrical impulses. Glial cells. These cells support the activities of neurons by binding them together and insulating them. Connective tissues. These cells hold neurons in place. Functions. What are the functions? Stimulates muscle contraction, creates an awareness of the environment, play a role in emotions, memory, and reasoning. Location: the central nervous system, CNS, include the brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system, PNS, include all neural tissue outside the CNS. Nervous system components. What are its components? Sympathetic nervous system speeds up the heart rate and is responsible for flight or fight again responses. Parasympathetic nervous system controls activities like digestion and excretion. Cranial nerves. These nerves emerge from the lower side of the brain and control smell, vision, and movement of the face and eyes. Engineering nervous tissues. Nerve tissue can be engineered by combining stem cells with biomaterial scaffolds. Now, further detail about shortly about nervous tissues. Nervous tissue is found in the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. It is responsible for coordinating and controlling many body activities. It stimulates muscle contraction, creates an awareness of the environment, and plays a major role in emotions, memory, and reasoning. To do all these things, cells in nervous tissue need to be able to communicate with each other by way of electrical nerve impulses. The cells in nervous tissues that generate the cells have the cells in nervous tissues that generate and conduct impulses are called neurons or nerve cells. These cells have three principal parts. First one, dendrites, the cell body, and one axon. The main part of the cell, the part that carries on the general functions, is the cell body. Dendrites are extensions or processes of the cytoplasm that carry impulses to the cell body. An extension or process called an axon carries impulses away from the cell body. Nerve tissues also include cells that do not transmit impulses but instead support the activities of the neurons. These are the glial cells, neurological cells, together termed as neuroglia. Supporting or glia cells bind neurons together and insulate the neurons. Some are phagocytic and protect against bacterial invasion, while others provide nutrients by binding blood vessels to the neurons. So far, we discussed about nervous tissues of human body. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.